everyone. It's sad how this thing used to target Wednesday. I said I had to connect to another network entirely, leaving out the one I use. I don't know. Okay, okay. Good evening, everyone. I want to start with appreciating the global president, Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus, for making this experience possible. It's not an easy thing. We all know. Thank you so much, sir. I want to appreciate the First Lady of the Global Clusters, Lady Mutuwero Badmos. I want to appreciate the 001 Genuine Love Revolution, person of Boss Lady Amokwe. And we want to appreciate our own Closerian Fares. I'm not forgetting Master Genie too. And I have my friend here in our midst, Emmanuel. I think today is the first time he's joining us, and I really hope and believe that he's going to join us more, because this discussion we used to have here, they are kind of the key tool we need to build a good nation, because every nation starts with family. So today we're going to look at 10 things to discuss before marriage that people avoid and how they impact our marriage. 10 things to discuss before marriage that people avoid and how they impact our marriage. Why we're discussing it is, it's not just about those that are yet to marry. I know it's going to be more important to them because they still have the chance to do what? Have that discussion. It's sad that all of us here are married. Am I mistaken? So it's sad that all of us here are married, but we can still make the adjustments inside the marriage. Whenever you realize you're making mistake, the best way to go about it is to start solving it, start bringing solution to it. Yeah. So marriage is beautiful, but love alone does not automatically make marriage successful. We all know that. Many people enter marriage deeply in love, but poorly prepared. There's love there, but preparation is very poor. So whenever that those trying moments come, they will overpower that love you have. That's why I see people breaking up, some people divorcing, even when they still love each other. I hope you have heard the story of two couple that filed for divorce. So on the day of their judgment, both of them came on the same attire. I don't know if you have heard of it before. That's a good example of a situation whereby people, both the man and the wife, they love themselves, but they can't live together. These are what people find it difficult to understand whenever issues of relationship comes into play. You can love someone, but you cannot be together with them. It's not everybody that you love that you can live with. Living with people requires additional skill. Yes, these are the things that we all neglect. Yes. So let's look at them. There are 10, but I really hope network will permit me to go through the 10. So starting with the number one, which is finances and money. Finances and money management. Yes, it's very important. Money is one of the biggest causes of conflict in marriage. We all know that is an established fact. Yet many couples avoid discussing it deeply before marriage. Some people only know that their partner is hardworking. You see, this man is hardworking. I like a hardworking man. The man will be like, I like a hardworking woman. Yeah. They do not know that their spending habits, as in the way they spend, the person you say is hardworking and you love the person, you don't know about their spending habits, you don't know about their debt life, how much they are owing. They are owing loan apps, they are owing people. You don't know that. You don't know about their financial responsibilities. We're talking about financial responsibilities. We're talking about what they do with the money they earn. To earn money is one thing. What you do with the money you earn is also important, another important thing. Because if you earn 1 million naira and make expenses of 1 million naira, you have zero in your account. But do you earn? Yes. Do you earn well? Yes. But what do you have left at the end of the day? Zero. Because your expenses and financial responsibilities are taking it away. You don't know that. And this is being neglected. What about their saving culture? Some people can't save. As money is entering their hand, they are buying something immediately. I've counseled a couple like that. Yeah. The man, most especially, is the man. Each time money enters, he targets another property. If you already bought that property, you want to upgrade. So, this is very, very important. Their saving culture, their attitude towards helping family members is also very important. Their financial goals, their financial discipline. Some people marry partners who earn well, but cannot control money. Others marry people who hide debts. They have loans, they have some obligations they have with the family. Maybe they are paying for school fees of 3 people already in the family. But they hid it, you understand? Some gamble. Some men are gamblers. You understand? Most especially, why I'm saying men is that it is more with men. There are still some issues that you find more in women. Yeah. Some have some irresponsible habits, such as too much drinking, smoking, doing drugs and all that. So all these questions, people do not see as important. Couple. And it's a problem. It's a problem. So please, even if you're already in marriage, and of course you have started seeing the issues, it's not too late to have that conversation with your partner, because you can still amend certain things. You do not all. Why I'm saying not all is that you cannot say, I'm no longer getting married because of the person's spending habits. It's not a good reason for you to say, oh, I'm leaving this marriage. It's not. That you can actually work together to adjust. So these are the questions you should ask. When you ask, you be detailed with it. Get response. Try to also share yours with your partner. Number one is, how do we plan our finances? Okay, this is what I earn. This is what you earn. Should you have a joint account where we can put in? Because why is this necessary? Is because I earn my money. If I got married, I've been spending. I have things I do, have my clothes, I have my perfumes and all that. I will still buy them in marriage. I'm not going to stop them just because I got married. You yourself, you're living your life. And you were fine if I found you as my wife. You still have to live your life in marriage. So what comes in between us now is, okay, fine. While I earn money and spend my money, and you earn money and spend your money, we should have some part of our earning contributed, maybe in a joint account, or maybe a separate account owned by one of us. Whichever way that you find it easy to do, you agree on it, and then follow it judiciously. You discuss how should we share our bills. Yes, in most cases they will leave it for men, but it's difficult. Men are tired. Some men will work until they die. Yes, it's supposed to be discussed. Are we sharing it? And why I'm saying these things is because most men will be like, I'm going to take care of my family. No matter what, I'm going, even when the woman is earning enough to support. So this is a discussion we should have. If you are the woman here and he says he can take care of you, please deliberate on it. Make your input. The more you are contributing to your marriage as a woman, the more you're cementing your place. No visible or seasoned discussion can be had without your presence. You cannot be treated anyhow. You will be indispensable in your marriage if you are making financial contributions. So even if you decide that, I'm the man of the house, I'm going to do everything, Don't just agree. Don't swallow it hook, line, and sinker. Try to make some adjustment. All right. Tell them that something could be done. You're not going to, you're going to just swallow this. We're going to find a balance. Even if you're not going to contribute 50-50, contribute 40-60, contribute 30-70. They are all proportions and they are effective. But there should be your own contribution. The more you contribute in your marriage as a woman, financially, I'm not talking about moral support. Financially, the more you're cementing your place, the more you're building a castle in the mind of your partner. And the more you are in that marriage, I see it difficult for a woman to start thinking elsewhere in a marriage that is so much invested in. It's very difficult. So that is it. Another question you should ask is, how much financial support should go to extended families? Yes, this is one of the things we have to learn. If you have not gone through any financial training, you will not learn this. Yes, if you have not gone through any financial training, you will not learn. If you are growing with the mindset of a child that grew up and started seeing money, there's a problem, because one day you can spend all the money you have and run empty. You have the money you want to use to start business, and then a family member got sick, and the whole money is needed. Now you carry the money you wanted to use to start a business, and then pay for the family member, and you'll be fine. Both of you will be hungry. You may even die of hunger at the end of the day. You have finished saving the family member. These are financial money. There's money. There's some kind of money in your life that you're not supposed to spend, even for your own need. So these are the things you should have. If your partner doesn't have that knowledge, and is someone that listens, very important, discuss with them. Discuss with. You are not coming for competition, coming to share values. Of course, there are so many things you know they don't know, and so many things they know you don't know. To marry it together. Okay? If they don't know, you have that crude mentality that my family, I'm going to send my son. I have a family like that. The man now is zero. When he got married, he had money. He's a politician. He had appointments within the state that time. He had close to 7 brothers. He will call this one, he will send 2 million to this one, call this one, send 1 million, call this one, send 3 million, 5 million to this one. And the wife was drawing his attention to this. Then when their regime finished, the next regime that took over were a different party altogether. And he didn't switch to the party. He lost everything. He didn't even have savings of his own. So both the family, the wife, everyone, they are suffering the suffer now. So that is the thing that that's why you shouldn't play with this thing when it comes to marriage. You should have this conversation deeply and then make your own voice heard. Yes. So you should plan on how much financial support should go to extended family. For everything that is you are earning, you have already discussed that you're going to put some in your joint account. You already discussed that you're going to put some in your own personal account that you need to take care of yourself. Then a percentage of what you're taking, you can send it to family. But it should be limited. It should be agreed on. You don't just carry the whole money and say, because that money you think is your own, the family may need the money. It's not that when the family needs the money, you will not be able to provide it. It's very bad. So that's why you should discuss the amount of money that goes to extended family. You also have to look at, are you a spender or a saver? Some people are extravagant in nature. I've talked briefly about it initially. That the house can never be okay if they have money in their hands. They will keep on buying. Like I said, they have bought this. Then when money enters their hand, they will think of upgrading that they have bought. Not as if the one is outdated, though. That thing they bought, for example, the television. And yes, this is actually my own problem as a person. But thank God, my wife, to an extent, have delivered me. I would want to buy a bigger TV if another one comes to market, because TV is actually one of the things I love in the house and all that. So there are men like that, there are women like that. Try and find out the one your partner is and try to talk them into understanding the reason and the need for them to save and not just buy things whenever the money enters. They have money in their hand. So we all know when we look at how it affects marriage, one, when money issue starts or not discussed and starts impacting marriage, everybody will be affected. This man I told you that got appointment and was sending money to brothers, and do you know the problem? The brothers are fine now. Those started business for, they are fine. Some are already doing well. But you know what? They don't send him a dime. You don't send him a dime. So whenever you're spending like this, it's good to think. These people I'm spending this money for, I know that I'm doing it out of my free will. I wish them well. I want them to succeed. You, if you fall down, or if you cannot rise, or you meet a problem, how many of them can help you stand again? The man is still where he is as I speak to you now. So you need to be careful to keep yourself safe too. And your family. When I talk about yourself, it's not about yourself alone because you're married. There are people that are your primary responsibilities. If you cannot provide for them, it's a big problem. This one is not about let's be patient. It's a big problem. So you also have to, why you have to do it, why you have to do this, I'm looking at how it affects marriage. I've talked about the fact that everybody will feel it. One of the things you also see that one partner may feel overburdened. When you talk about overburdened, if the man is the only one that is providing for the family and is not even providing enough, he can fall sick. He can fall sick and can die. So that's one of the how it affects marriage. Number three, financial secrets can destroy trust. In a situation whereby people don't have this conversation, you don't even know what your partner can earn. You will be thinking things that are not existing. If they laugh with their family member, you may think that they are sending 1 million to them because you don't even know their capacity, you don't know what they earn, for example. But if you know what they earn, definitely you know what they have within their disposal. You guys have agreement, you have your joint account, you have what is disposable for them to spend. You already have agreement on what they send to extended families. So everything is clear. Because you didn't have that conversation, there's a problem. You'll be thinking they're spending more when they are not. And that alone could make you to start to spend more. The security of the family will go that when money is needed, both of you cannot even help the situation. Maybe your child is sick, you need to make some deposit for something to be done. Your husband are finished sending money to the family. You are finished sending money to the family. No, to even handle your major primary responsibility. So another way it affects family is constant arguments. Yes. Whenever you see a home where there is boss all the time, check well. I'm not saying that it's only financial issues that can bring boss, but it follow. Yeah, somehow. Resentment can grow, yes. Most especially from women. You look outside and see that, see how my fellow women are enjoying their life. No much thinking. They're not even thinking of what they're going to eat today. And they come back and look at their own life and be like, God, why? So it's a big problem. The last, there are up to 8 here, but let me just say the last one and move to the next one. The last way it can impact family when this discussion of finances was neglected is love becomes stressed. Yeah, love becomes stressed. When you're not happy, maybe because of the burden you're carrying as the man, when the woman is not happy because she's not getting what she deserves or what she believes she deserves. Maybe at night you want to touch her, she will turn the other way around. It can be a problem. It can be issue. It can even destroy marriage. So we have finished discussing number one important thing to discuss before marriage and how it impacts marriage. So number 2 of it is children and parenting. Children and parenting. Today is Children's Day, and I'm happy to discuss this particular part of it extensively. Many couples, they assume that they automatically want the same thing concerning children. Some never discuss how many children you should have as a couple. They are just doing and it's coming. So we tell you that now God they give Peking, no family planning. Yes. Some don't even discuss parenting style, because that was actually, this parenting style was what we had during the annual Sensible conference last year. Someone from Canada discussed extensively on parenting style, and I so much enjoyed the resources she shared with us. It was powerful. You don't even know, your wife don't know, and you people are just running on autopilot. Whatever comes, whatever goes. These are discussions you should have even before marriage. Now, even if you didn't have it and you are married now, it's still the right time for you to have that discussion. So there will be pattern. So there will be orderliness. You have to discuss parenting style, discipline method, fertility concerns, adoption possibility, educational priorities. Why we talk about fertility concern, adoption possibilities, because it's not everybody that will give birth. Hello, it's not everybody that will give birth. There are people that will not give birth. You have to understand that so that you don't get into that dangerous corner. Whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, you have to discuss this with your partner. Make sure they have this understanding you have. Ask them, supposing we don't give birth in this marriage, what are we going to do? Yes, we had that conversation, me and my wife, before we got married. So we adopt. We adopt. Although adoption was actually the last, we said, let God give us money. We're going to try every possible means. First of all, to go to hospital, do some checks. Secondly, we try genetic engineering. Thank God, both of us. We try genetic engineering using in vitro fertilization. Try if it's going to work. If it doesn't work, if none of them works, we're going to adopt. Yes, we had that conversation. We also discussed about having only male child. Supposing we're having only female child, not having any male child. Is it going to make us to decide to end the marriage or possibly take a second wife? These are conversations you have so you know where you're going and to avoid it being concerned. And trust me, it's not just about having that conversation. I even want both of you to make it as agreement and submit to a lawyer, because people can deny what they accepted and nothing will happen if it's not written. So it's important. Now, educational priorities. We talk about educational priorities. Are we going to marry and then marry and do marriage in this life? We are married, yes, and what next? Are we going to pursue our careers? You stopped at BSc, your wife stopped at BSc. In this marriage, at what point? How do we do it? Maybe after our first 2 kids, you are going to take a break for 5 years, use it and get your master's, possibly PhD. And maybe the man, you have to start immediately, if there is money, after your wedding, to start adding up to your career. Because both qualifications are going to improve your earning, both as the wife and as the husband. Because the earning you're having today cannot sustain you tomorrow. There is much demand. In the past, 100 naira could cater for a family for a whole day. Today, 15,000, 20,000 naira for a meal in the morning is difficult, depending on the number of your family. Could see the multiplication from 100 naira to 20,000. See the difference. Tomorrow, there's possibility that 100,000 might actually be for a day use, maybe just feeding. I'm talking about fueling your car. I'm not talking about paying for transport. I'm talking about going for an errand or normal daily utilities. So you need to develop more as the man. The wife needs to develop more. How do you plan on doing it? These are important discussions that most people avoid. All they do is, I love you, I love you. I will die if I don't marry you. If we are going to stay together till they do us apart. Some of you don't even wait for that to do your part, because all these things are enough to break that marriage. All these things we are discussing. Now, yes, how all these things affect marriage. Remember, we are discussing about children. Now, the second part of it, I think this is where I'm going to stop. That maybe by next week, I hope to remember, so that we can take from 3 to I have 10 here. I have 10. So the time is actually 5:48. So we'll have to allow people to make their own input. So after this, I may have to conclude so that we can continue another time. So how this affects marriage? One, there is a deep emotional pain when there is no children. There was no conversation about children. The wife now be worried. What is this man thinking? Each time he speaks with his family, maybe his father or his mother, he'll be like, oh, he might be telling him to go and pick another wife. There will be a lot of emotional distortion, because both of you don't even have any down agreement with respect to that. There'll be pressure from families. Why are there pressures? There is no agreement. You don't know the stand. People have not made that. I understand that it's difficult if you don't have a child. It is a problem. I know people have counseled on that. It is a big problem. But it's much more a problem when you don't know, it's much more a problem where you don't know the stand of your partner. Please, if you can hear me, drop a comment. I don't know if the network have thrown me away again, or just unmute yourself and say I can hear you, so that I will continue. Thank you so much, Closer. Thank you so much. So, okay, that's great. So, you don't know, there is a normal pressure that comes when you don't have a child. But in a situation whereby you don't even know what your partner's stand is, you don't know what they are thinking, you're going to think like a mad person. Every single move you see, you're going to think is against you. And believe you me, most times it's against you. Yes. Some people get to find out that their husband impregnated another woman outside. And that's it. They are forced to have a second wife or a co-wife, or maybe they leave the marriage. And the family member will tell her, don't leave the marriage. If you leave the marriage, become a side chick. Where are you going? You are at something years. You're not going to marry again. You'll be forced to live with what they didn't bargain for. All this discussion can save you of this trouble. Yes, that's why I insist people go for counseling, serious counseling before marriage. If possible, series of it. Have a concrete agreement. See, your parent may lie to you, but cannot lie for everybody. The answer they are giving you with respect to all these things is good enough to tell you where they stand. Then if you allow love to blind your eyes into it, you face the consequences. Immediately they start going side by side regarding all those issues, you already know your stand. So you need to pick someone who will at least take through this journey with you. The journey is not an easy one. Financially is a problem. Some of issues coming up like childlessness. Even when there is more children, there is a problem because there's a demand. This is a demand on the man, this is a demand on the woman. Parenting is a very big deal. Even if you are not the one going to provide for the family, being at home to take care of the kids, let's say 2 kids, 3 kids maybe at the toddler stage or even a little above it, you sweat. Taking them to school is another thing. Like the other day, I went to school. I went for marketing in the school. So I was trying to find a way because the security there was tight. It was actually a big school. So they were asking me if I had an appointment with the admin of the school before. They told them no, that I didn't have appointment. So they were almost trying to discharge me, basically because they said they could only see those that he had appointment with. So I was trying to figure out how we were going to enter because nothing happens until you enter. Hello, that's what it is. So I told them that I want to make inquiry. I want to enroll my kids. That was how I gained access to the school. And sadly, I won't say sadly anyways, in as much as it's a big money to me, to some people it's not. But their school fees for a term was, it should be 800 and something thousand naira. A term. I'm talking about preschool. For a term, 820,000 naira. Then entrance is 1 point something million. I came back, I was having that discussion with me. We were just laughing. So everything, whether it's a progress, can be a pressure on you. Whether it's a trouble, can be another pressure on you. That is why it's important to have this conversation. Like I said, if you are yet to be married, you are on a safe side. Please take time and have this conversation with your partner. Plan towards it. If they cannot agree to this, don't worry, it's going to be a problem. I can even advise you to rethink. Then you're already married. Please don't wait until this problem arises before you have the conversation. There must be atom of growth between both of you. There must be adjustment between both of you. There must be compliance. Things are not going to be so smooth. Yes, they're going to be so smooth. But both of you are going to always be together, to fight it together. That's what marriage should do for you. If there is nothing else you can do for you, let there be input from both sides, no matter how small, so that the pressure cannot kill one person. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. Okay, are you still there, Master Genie? Okay, I'm done with my part. Maybe others can make their own input.
Thank you very much, Master Genie. Um, it's thank you, Reference Cypran one called the 002 Kindness and Genuine Love Revolution of the Global Clusters. Thank you very, very much. It's a beautiful Wednesday, as our manner is. Um, I've been on this earth for a while, and I know when there is consistency like this, one dangerous person that you should be careful of is someone that is consistent, no matter what they are doing. No matter what they are doing, a consistent person is a dangerous person, positively dangerous person. It could, even if he's doing something negative, I'm telling you, because of the consistency, I want to use this opportunity to commend the 002. Your sacrifice and your labor of love on this revolution, you understand? I myself, as the global president of the global clusters, I have noticed it. And your generation yet unborn, it will be given to you the accolade that, even when your 001, is not around most of the time due to one or two things, you have been consistent. And this is the spirit of Africa. This is the spirit of Nigeria. This is the spirit of never giving up. This is the spirit of standing by what you believe in. That, okay, if we really want to develop the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as I'm talking, the grand entrance of the 001 main cluster of the global cluster in the person of Clusterian Victor, you know, Inamdi, all the way from the United States. You're welcome, sir. So you have shown that, you are a proud Nigeria, proud Africa, and you have shown that the kindness and genuine love revolution is an integral part of nation building. If we really want to build our father's land, we should not joke with this revolution. I'm adding my voice to the voice of everyone that will be adding their voice to what you have discussed today. I just want to appreciate your commitment to this noble vision. You understand? To this noble vision, showing up even when you see one person, even when you see two persons, even when there was nobody, you show up, you record, because as we are talking, we are currently on YouTube and we're currently on TikTok. So you record the message, believing that this message will be shown even to some of our generation yet unborn. It's not a joke. You understand? You are a positive, strong person, because consistency is one of the attributes of success. Anyone keep showing up, keep saying, this thing, I believe in it. I can tell you, when the Institute of Kindness and Genuine Love will be erected everywhere, your name can never be erased. Even when you grow very old, and you even pass on, and your children will still be saying, our father, our grandfather, our great grandfather, our great 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 grandfather Cluster and Cyprian Nwankwo has actually laid this foundation for us. You understand? To ensure that, kindness and genuine love is something that we have in the 54 African nations and beyond. Thank you for all you do to contribute positively to humanity. This is my submission today. Thank you.
Good evening, my beloved president and my wonderful people. I don't know the topic today. I'm just coming in late. I've been busy lately, and today I used to take a lot of stocks. I just finishing one now, and another one. I'm expecting another one by 2. So I am just bumping in. I don't know the topic under discussion. Unfortunately, I didn't know when the president started speaking, and some customers interrupted me as well. So, what is the topic, please? Yeah, I know that we are in kindness and genuine love. I'm talking about the topic for today's discussion. Are we not narrowing it to something? This is another huge one. I don't know how to start this. My problem is that we don't have the young men here. We don't have the young men here. Yesterday, I was talking to somebody and I said, a lot of people want to marry. A lot of women want to get a husband. They go to fasting, praying, up and down. They want to have a husband. They call theirs. But the question is, are they ready to marry? This is one vital question I usually ask. Even my own siblings, I said, are you ready to marry? Because some of our ladies are being deceived on social media, right? They get deceived on social media. You just believe that whatever is happening in Spain must be happening in Nigeria. And you forget the context of culture and tradition, or where you belong, where you come from, how your parents are raised. You don't want to be subjected under a man. You don't want the man to tell you what to do, where to go, what to say, what. And you come to online and vituperate rubbish. A woman committed adultery and people are celebrating her openly. Openly. And some of these ones are not even married yet. They are celebrating someone who is married and committing adultery. And when caught in the act, she showed no remorse. And people are hailing her, hailing the man that they committed adultery together. Now, every action has consequences. If I am to marry you and I see your comment in the comment section of those things and you are supporting that man that fuck somebody's wife, that my engagement with you is over. Every action has consequences. It means when you enter my house, your mind will also be what? Looking at the boys with muzzle, because I will not be remembered Boyoyo forever. If I'm banging you 3 times a night, now time will come that you'll be begging me. The man will just get up and come down, get up and come down. You got to manage me because we are aging together. And that's why I always tell people, marry within your age bracket. Don't marry under 18 because by the time you hit 50, she's still in her 30s. There'll be a problem. Oh. There'll be a problem. But if the gap is between 2 years, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, no wahala. Both of you will get old together. So if at that age one person is becoming a nymphomaniac, that's a problem. So marriage is give and take, compromise. A little to the left, and this one takes a little to the right. We'll come and meet at the center. But when you want to compete with a man, the man you left your father's name to bear his name, you want to compete with him, you are not ready for marriage. The man, if you remove the head from the body, it becomes headless. The man is the head, and all he wants from you is peace of mind. You are to give that man stability, guide him. But what is controlling the world now? Sex! Sex! Nothing more. Sex, sex, sex. You go online, that's what they discuss. You go to parties, that's what they discuss, including the married ones. And so that's why we're having unstable homes, families are breaking up and down. But you don't know the impact of that on the children, which also translates negatively on the society. We're having a single mothers everywhere. A family without a father figure will always struggle. I have some of my soldiers and they didn't shave well, because in the military you need to shave well. And I said, "You mean you don't know how to shave?" He said, "Sir, nobody taught me." I said, "What of your father?" He said, "Sir, I don't have a father." I stopped the punishment I wanted to issue him. I invited him to my house, took him to my bedroom, and showed him how a man is supposed to shave, and counseled him and told him, "From today, I'm your father. Forget about the military. Anytime you have an issue, come to me. Let's talk as men." There are things a woman cannot lecture a man. A man lectures a man. A woman can lecture her fellow woman, but a man, it's just like when your daughter is having menstruation, you don't know anything to, you don't have anything to do there. It's their wife's job, because she passed through that. But a man growing up needs to be groomed by a man. How to handle a woman. You copy that from your father. Otherwise, you treat a woman like a trash. She's your partner. She's not your trash. She's not your servant. She's your partner. These are the things the child must copy from you. And so that's why when two hands wash each other, it gets clean. Single parenting is one of the problems we are having that's creating havoc in the world. And unfortunately, our youth are copying that. People don't want to marry these days, if you ask me, because sex is cheap. If I tell you how many calls, how many chats I receive online, at my age, next 2 weeks I'll be 56. And 18, 19 are toasting me online. That is abomination. Abomination. At my age, you are toasting me. What will I discuss with you? I asked my daughter, "What do you think I will discuss with you?" I am far away. You are in Nigeria. He said, "You can be having kids online." I said, "Kids what? Kids who? You think at this my age, with my white hair, I'll be doing those your nonsense, the fantasy?" So that is my problem. I know how to look for money that will help me to have a cool retirement. Look for a Gen Z like you, not grandpapa. I'm a grandpapa. In fact, I'm a great-grandfather to you. I said, you are missing priority. First, you ask education. You think you have questioned her, tomorrow she will come again and say, "Hi, So the boys are getting, during our time, you will touch a girl for 6 months. You don't even know where her pant is. She will continue to dribble you. Today, just do ordinary, what they call it, prank. Carry 100,000. Meet a married woman moving on the road, said, if you can give it to me, just 5 minutes, you have this. I swear she'll follow you. She will follow you home. That is how moral decadence that have ravaged our country have been the level it is now. And I asked them, I said, what benefit do you get from sex? Just tell me. All those fabricated doctors are telling them men should have 20 million times sex. If you don't have that, you do. I said, Reverend Fathers have not died. God will punish you with that kind of lecture. You want me to die on top of sex? Go to Bruno. I was in Bruno. The woman will go to market on Saturday. And there's one this thing called one small dust they will buy, right? They will come and put that in the soup of their husband. The man's manhood will get up. That man will fuck throughout the night. And before you know it, the man will cry. Hello. 1 minute, please. Let me handle a customer.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let me get 2 slices of pizza. 2 slices, pepperoni and salad. Okay.
Pepperoni and sausage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of them.
Dining to go?
Yes, no. I'm gonna get a drink too. And give me some what's our wing 6?
Where's that? S.
Eight. Yeah. Give me some buffalo wings at 8.
Okay. Diet drink or protocol?
Fine.
Okay. Once you need it mild or hot?
Mild still. Fried balls.
Yeah. Hello. I'm good, sir. Good to see you guys.
Appreciate it.
1 minute. Hey guys, since I can't continue, I have a lot of customers on ground now. I will join us some other time. Please, you gotta pity me now. So let me just hang it there. Let me answer to my customers. They are much. I don't want to keep you guys waiting. Yes, sir.
Okay. Briefly, because we have actually gone into 6 already, we try to make it 1 hour so that people can easily brief into do 1 or 2 things and so return back to their work. So please, Emmanuel, kindly make your contribution. If there's something you want to add to the topic discussed, briefly make a contribution. So you will now be getting ready because I'm feeling to make your contribution. Thank you so much. Doesn't look at Mr. You have any competition to make? Okay. Please, Master Genie, I think we can close the program. So it's not okay. Emmanuel seems is now available.
Hello.
I just joined now. What is the topic of discussion? Master G, what is the topic of discussion?
Yes, we discussed.
Is what?
Yeah, we discussed things people avoid to discuss before marriage. The important things they avoid to discuss before marriage. We looked at finances and also we looked at children. When we looked at finances, we talked about saving culture, how both of you plan to make your savings, how you plan to make your expenses, contribution towards running family. Then on the part of children, we discussed on how you want to raise your kids, how many kids you want to raise. What if there is no kid in that marriage? What do people plan on doing? Do you adopt or do you separate? We discussed also how to take care of the kids when they start coming. So these are the things we looked at. Although there are 10, we were able to discuss only 2. Then hoping that next week we continue with the rest. I don't know if you got that. Please, whoever that is ready can make your speaker.
Uh, uh,
Master G, Yoga President of Australia. Good evening. It's a very, very vital discussion tonight. There are actually some things that are concerned before marriage that we take it for granted. And at the middle of our marriage, we become grounded because we do not talk about it. Because we feel that our culture, we feel that our society, we feel that it's not right to talk about. I will first of all take on sex in marriage. You see, about 60% of divorce home today is as a result of the sex life of individuals, which when they were dating, when they were having relationship, they didn't talk about it. Everybody was pretending to be what he's not, because either you like it or not, we all have different energy. We all have different synergy as a human being. We all have different hormone system. We all have different functional ability. What I like, you might not like it. What you like, you might not like it. Let me take an explicit example with one of my uncle. My uncle is a pastor in a church, and the general overseer now blah 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 that God showed him that this is his wife to marry. They didn't court, they didn't communicate, they didn't talk about sex, and they went on to get married. And when they got married, the marriage was a hell because the lady in question was a Nithian. Nithian is those ladies that don't get satisfied sexually. They don't get satisfied. And my uncle does not know that that's the kind of woman the lady is. And my uncle is not a sex person. And my uncle will just do 1 round, 2 rounds. The lady will say, I'm not satisfied, I need more round. My uncle was trying 3 rounds. My uncle couldn't try because his hormone system does not reflect with the hormone system of that lady. And at the end of the day, the marriage had to have an issue because the lady was threatening my uncle that she's going to go outside to satisfy herself. What am I saying in a nutshell? Sex is ordained by God. Sex is structured by God. And one of the things that keep marriage going, I just looked at some men, you just married your wife and you just keep her. See, either we like it or not, sex is a very vital thing in marriage. Take it or leave it. It's a fact. Research has proved that right. And, nature has proved that right. And that is why it's good you should engage who you are getting married to about your sex life. Some people love kissing. Some people do not love kissing. Some people are romantic in nature. Some people are not romantic in nature. So it's only you discuss this criteria while you are courting before you go into marriage. If it's something that you can help to build individual, to build opposite person, to get up to your own capacity before you can get married. Because if you did not talk about this, when you now get married, it will become an issue. And by then, there will be no communication of understanding. To me, sex is a very, very vital thing when it comes to marriage. Some men, they keep their wife, they don't even touch their wife in a week, in a month. And when that woman starts, misbehaving, they will start saying that it's the woman, when you don't even have time for that woman. The Bible encourages sex in marriage. The Bible only disqualifies sex outside marriage. As a matter of fact, when you get married, you should you give it to your wife the way you should give it to her. There is no pretense in it. A lot of people pretend when they were courting, and along pretending, they don't even identify their spectrum. They don't even identify their capacity. They don't even identify their wants, their desire. Because my desire as a man might be different from the desire of a woman. I might love kissing. The woman I want to get married does not love kissing. So if we get married, what happens? If I'm not satisfied, I wouldn't talk about this. So if I'm not satisfied, because that is where my embryo of satisfaction is kissing, then I'll be looking outside for the available person to satisfy me. And before you know, we now talked about immorality, start coming into marriage. So I think it's something that we should talk about it while we are courting before going into marriage. Because at the end of the day, it's actually break a lot of relationship, a lot of home, because they were not talking about sex. Sex is a very vital tool when it comes to marriage. It's like a food that it's actually, the spiritual food you eat as a man, apart from the normal food that keeps a man. Because even with the adage of Africa that says, if you want to hold a man, give the man good food and give the man good sex. So understanding the mutual complexity of your sex hormone goes a long way. If she has a more higher libido than you, don't marry her, because if you cannot satisfy her, your driver or your cook will be the one satisfying her. It's a fact, and it has happened. So many cases has happened. I followed. There's a man called the Honor. The Honor is a research it's a research Facebook analogy on marriage and infidelity in the society. 80% of infidelity and home breaking today is a result of these people that didn't talk about their sex capacity, their hormone capacity. Finances can be understandable. You can give a woman all the money you have on this life, buy her all the private jets, all the necessity, gold and diamond. I am telling you, my brother, if you're not doing your bedroom job as a man, somebody else will be the man. You will just be the move paying the bills of both of them. So it's not negotiable. It's a practical and holistic facts and theory. Take it or leave it. It's a fact. That is my take on that.
Wow. Thank you so much for that.
Good evening, everybody. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Before we go, we normally ask, who are we? We are a consortium of technocrats or those who want to become technocrats, entrepreneurs or those who want to become entrepreneurs, professionals or those who want to become professionals. We are not just a social media platform, we are a nation building social media platform with a very great monetization platform as well. The first nation building social media platform, proudly Nigerian to the world, proudly African to the world. We are saying instead of answers, instead of bad governance, we are saying let's prosper together to prosper together. We meet every day for different revolutions. Today has been kindness and genuine love revolution. Tomorrow is Thursday. We shall be meeting for agri real estate and exports, and at the same time in the evening we'll be meeting for accurate knowledge and information by 5 p.m. West African time. Don't miss your opportunity to grow with us, and don't miss any of these meetings. Kindly share all these information, all these meetings with your friends and family at your own convenience. Add your own contribution in the comments on the Spark Hub as well. Without kindness and genuine love, we all would not be able to have a community. So we are so blessed to have the Global Clusters platform and the Spark Hub that is able to bring us together to talk about kindness and genuine love revolution. Thank you very much, everyone. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now. Yeah.